Selling your home is a series of questions, and I want to break down in this video what it is that you need to expect. There's a lot of things to be considered, and there's a lot of easy mistakes that can be made that can cost you thousands of dollars, and you really only get one chance to do this right. So today I'm going to break down some of the basic questions that I get asked from people throughout the selling process, from when we get that initial conversation to when we actually get the property listed for sale, and how we handle negotiations. And from there, you're always welcome to reach out to me directly anytime, and I can break these things down a little bit further for you as well. So I love talking about this stuff. I'm doing this every single day. I love the real estate conversations that I'm having every day. I run a local team here in Rochester. They're also doing business. I'm having conversations with what they're doing. So I very much have a feet in the street and a frontline experience on what's going on here in the Rochester market. So one of the first questions that I get asked from sellers is, what is my home worth? And I want to draw people's attention to actually two different numbers. The first one is, what is the market price? Now, this is what the market is going to tell us your house is actually worth, what the buyer is willing to pay, what the seller is willing to sell it for. That's what a house is worth, period. There are other things that get involved in that. Appraisals get in there. You could also even argue whether those actually assess to market value as well, especially from what happened in 2020 to 2021. We saw a lot of appraisal gap coverages come into play. But another number I like to bring to people's attention is the asking price. And in my opinion, asking price is a marketing tool. And where I'm going to recommend someone price a property in our market is really going to depend on a couple different things. First off, I own one of the top home search engines here in Rochester. I have agents who are shopping out here. I'm personally showing buyers here in the marketplace. So I see what's happening on a week-to-week basis way before the media or the data is going to collect that information, because I'm actually out there every day, right? So, but asking price is a marketing tool. There might be some situations where it's good to actually price a property 5 to 10% below market value to get multiple offers. There's also some situation where that may not be the case, where it's better to be a little bit at or slightly above asking price. And those things and pricing strategy will really depend on each situation. So you want to make sure you have someone who actually knows what's going on in your neighborhood so you can make those good decisions. The second question that I get asked after what is my home worth is, what should I fix up? What repairs are necessary and worth doing? Now, the basics with updating a house is going to come down to your kitchen, your master bedroom, and then the bathrooms. But I want to let people know, oftentimes it's a lot less than what you think that you need to get done. Usually some basic, decluttering, spring cleaning, doing some staging, some basic things like that will really just make a house stand out. There's not a really good argument to be made for spending tens of thousands of dollars to get a house updated, unless there are certain situations where that may be necessary. But in general, it's going to depend on each situation. You want to make sure you're doing the things that are worth doing and not the things that are not worth doing. From there, it comes down to presentation. That's the declutter. That's the deep cleaning. And that's the digital marketing. With me, you know that the digital marketing is on point. I've been running 2 to 3 new videos every single week for the last 3.5 years here in Rochester. I have an online audience, roughly 50 to 60,000 Rochester area locals who are engaging with this online content every month. And I can actually put your house in front of those people who are actually engaging with this stuff as well. From there, it's how are we going to handle, showings? What are we going to do with the dogs and the kids if we have to get everything, rocking and rolling in 2 hours for these showings to come through, right? Moving your family around, getting everything handled out there. From there, I'll break down a little bit more about what goes into negotiations, and then from contract to close. But if this is something that you are looking to do here in Rochester, please reach out to me directly. I love teaching this stuff. I do this a lot, and I'm really excited and in a hurry to serve. Bye now.